Scatter! Yeah. Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right in...
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru.
The outcast? An outcast from the academia? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon.
You're...
Shine down!
Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Yeah! I'm going in!
Scatter!
Let me weave you a verse.
Illusion shattered! Ha!
Yeah!
Need. I'll take my new hunting bag.
No, my sword! Huh?
Torn to oblivion!
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
There is no escape!
Let's light it up!
Scatter!
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Huh?
Scatter!
Huh?
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercen? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up. Going up against...
Huh?
There is no escape! Shine down!
I have to grab a drink with Flame May when I'm back. Our recent catch was great.
How many Rupashabba mushrooms do I have to sell before I can finally buy a property in town?
Oh! It's the Traveler in Paimon. Kale! It's nice to see you again! To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other— Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia Forest He left? I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. To leave in such a hurry? Master Tainari originally studied in the Immorta Darshan of the Academia. I know that before he became a forest watcher. A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what... Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regard. Got it. Will do! you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology... Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up, and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy. Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my... Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida... When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the Doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their mind. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. Whew. What a relief. The Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the Doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we stop him? He's still at... Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty... Plus, the Doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui. We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party Stia? Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the... You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach... Okay, let's just hope we won't get him...
I wish they'd recommend some people with actual competence for once.
Traveler? It is you!
Ah! The voice! It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise!
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come...
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest... Wait, no. Did you already finish your training?
What do you think? My consciousness has already...
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating when my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme...
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't... Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from... My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but... If you want to give it a try, I'll do my best.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part...
We're using that...
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. valuing strength above all. She saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laughed in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that—
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Periporno life, but rather—
Ah! You! Why are you so mean to me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor?
Apasia?
That's how I always thought everything should— Wait, have I already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right. Him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different.
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and...
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and... Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been...
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanagi, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like the Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like from your description, I don't think they've completed their project. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much...
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few... If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else.
Thanks, Tainari.
Propagate!
No, my sword!
Propagate! This will do!
Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand!
Inazuma shines eternal! Insolent!
Let's light it up!
Scatter!
Rain outlines your fate.
Shine down!
Propagate!
Adventure time!
Let's get you.
Let's light it up!
Spring forth!
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Hurry!
There is no escape!
Witness the power of Guhua. Know my sword. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Now you shall perish!
Scatter!
Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand back.
Torn to oblivion!
Rain Cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Propagate!
Let's light it up. Off we go. Yeah. Yeah. Let's light it up. Know my soul.
Spring forth!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Now you shall perish!
Another test.
Shine down!
Picked the wrong test subject. Another test subject. Take this.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a... Huh? Everybody stand back!
Scatter!
Torn to oblivion! There is no...
Teamwork is dream! Know my sword! Rain Cutter!
Germinate!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Cut down.
Let's light it up!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Another test.
Everybody stand! Witness the power of Gugwa!
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Scatter!
There is no escape!
No, my sword!
Scatter!
Let me try my blade.
Erase all threats!
Scatter! Germinate!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let me weave you a verse.
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Huh? I'm going in!
Spring forth!
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate.
Illusion shattered!
Another test subject.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
I'm ready.
Rain Cutter!
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! 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 Transcend all constraints.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Germinate!
Illusion shattered! Ha!
No, my sword! Witness the power. Huh?
Shine down!
One strike. You win. This.
Ow! Get out of here! Take cover! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Shine down! Ha!
Rain outlines your... Huh?
I got careless.
Adventure time!
A little taste. I got
Huh? Take cover!
picked.
I'm going in!
Propagate!
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Why do new explorers make this?
Illusion shattered!
That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Wish me luck! Barbara, go! Ink! Why has everyone stopped singing?
Time to act. Time to act. Body and mind. Rain cutter.
Shine down!
Let's light it up!
Go, Barbara, go!
Ha!
Everybody stand back!
Torn to oblivion!
There's still a long...
Benny's adventure team,
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. Illusion shattered! Shine down! Illusion shattered!
Scatter! More!
Finally.
There is no escape!
Propagate! What? Yeah!
The hunter.
I'm really looking.
caravan. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Ethan went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What should I sell after I'm done with this merch?
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler,
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal fate. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across.
you really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their...
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia...
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos, which brings me back to you and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed. And to have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even noticed...
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the... But that does prove you do have some undisclosed... No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd...
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
It's always better to...
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. Wow!
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra?
Al-Haytham, do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a...
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist.
Seemed to me more like your own personal...
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you...
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's... Let's say, if I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler?
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that you gotta help us out here.
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academic...
All right, stop yelling.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who want to tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right, now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within Aru Village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no... So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sand.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his... The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right...
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra, the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while in—
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this—
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your—
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced— My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Kim.
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures and—
Creatures? In the sandstorm?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried.
Scatter!
Whoa! Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm it's...
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane, and
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Let's light it up!
Spring forth!
No, my sword! Let me weave you a...
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Scatter!
The creature stopped appearing. Was that...
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly. I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone you...
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to...
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of them. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like...
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the Academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. After a period of training, the Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on...
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days...
I've had encounters with those people.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust...
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know.
Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange... The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and... Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented how Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him. The then chief of the village, suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night. All the houses remained upright. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness.
The soft green light? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholar.
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeria? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Ku... How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this, but easier said than done. Especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors?
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa...
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not...
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please...
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went.
All right. But first...
Grandma, is the Scarlet King really gonna come back from the dead?
Of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Looking to buy some handmade goods? Looking.
No, my sword! Body and... Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind.
It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Now, this... No, my sword!
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for...
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to... Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the... Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he... Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling, so Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace. And
all this somehow just makes Paimon...
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. It's also my reason for fighting.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over.
Huh? What did you say, Zach?
No, nothing. As long as he's...
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up! Let's go find your grandpa!
Really? Wow! Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local...
Did you happen to see where the missing scholar...
You mean the village keepers? Oh, when I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road.
Okay. Did you...
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Body and mind.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the Mad Scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the...
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw... It still feels pretty surreal. Well, whatever the case, I'll always...
Gotcha!
Stay safe. Don't get hurt.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and...
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd... And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora.
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing. Hey,
Yeah.
Whew, that's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come.
Wow, what? Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay. Let's head over there.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Join the Aromats and embrace a wonderful new life.
Oh, of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, You say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here.
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does...
Exactly. Those city folks will get what...
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah! Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at... Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more... Delavar also said that once...
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more.
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If...
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been a...
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's...
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it!
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty... He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check. Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there.
But a momentary distraction.
Shine down! Illusion shattered!
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. Well, this is where Grandpa usually...
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before. But are you okay? Are you...
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the...
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too?
Yes. Now that I concentrate,
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Let's light it up!
What are you looking for, son?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon?
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here, from the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints...
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure us? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love and...
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly even deep within the clutches of...
No.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have some...
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's...
Sounds like we'd better help get him back.
Let's head to Aru Village and...
Right. The darker fabric
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, dear!
You bet. So, everything goes...
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything new? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from...
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit, not to mention making incense is... It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been...
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and...
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I...
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the Radical...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrow. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert.
Tia! You're amazing! You really...
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent...
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the out. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist?
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are...
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we got...
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a...
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so...
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan...
Yes, how considerate.
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out!
Come on.
Recommend going there.
we there yet?
Yep. This is the...
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little...
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following order.
New punch.
There is no...
You're open.
Propagate! Germinate!
Teamwork is dream!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Scatter! Take my lead.
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent and of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watch.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, Scarborough...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first. That's what you wanted to ask when...
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't.
Wow, what a genius idea!
Ah, you're too...
So, that thing you were...
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora. And that anyone's a friend as long as there's a problem.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Academia's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who...
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. This should be all of them.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day. Candace is an expert at... Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the...
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes! Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place... The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal.
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way. A war would only cause us to lose all that
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know, but...
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate... I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Academia. Some time ago, people from the Academia attempted to take the Village Keeper. It strikes me now that this secretive character
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the Village Keeper. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the Academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the Village Keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the Village Keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here.
What scheme is the Academia?
You look worried.
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could.
You have a
Dia.
Thanks.
I just hope everyone...
Illusion shattered!
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with this?
You never think things through before asking questions.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it...
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to... Anyway, you plan to leave our...
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take... Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choice.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But, before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean, some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever present. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change this.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she...
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Shine down! Illusion shattered!
The numbers are correct. The numbers are correct.
There is no escape!
Huh?
Shine down! There is no escape! Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Is there a new request from the Academy? Military supplies from the Eremites must be.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging,